15 for you?
Guy you had just before, Donovan Mitchell. Sure, the defensive side to his game's not all there. You're a little bit worried about, like, the Knicks are all in for him, but a Jalen Brunson, Donovan Mitchell backcourt defensively. But at the same time, he's 25 years old and consistently at the top of the Western Conference standings, to me, with no help. But it's more the fact that he's been great from day dot, and he's 25 and he's about to enter a prime. So Donovan Mitchell, 15th best player in the NBA for me. Your 15?
I've got James Harden. So, horrible playoffs, horrible finish there. Hasn't been at his best for a while, but he's still a productive player, though. So, have you got Harden to come?
I do have Harden to come.
Yeah, all right. We'll continue then. 14 for you.
Trae Young, I have as 14. A guy 30 and 10 regularly. His last year was an abomination of a season, but the fact that DeJounte Murray is going to come onto the team, take away some of the, pressure on him as well. He can play there. He's got the shooting capacity to be able to, play off ball. He's proven a lot of people wrong, but at the same time, I still feel like people want him to do even more. So Trae Young is number 14 for me. Did he make your list?
Yeah, so I've got him 14 as well. So, look, he's a franchise player. I think he's the fourth best point guard in the league behind Steph, Luka, if we're calling him a point guard, which I think is fair to do so now, and Ja. For me, I am amazed that you are putting Trae Young over Ja Morant. That shocks me, to be totally honest. And what you're saying, it's purely because of how good the Grizzlies have been without Ja? Is that your sole reason?
That does play a part in it. It's more that, Atlanta, I can't imagine them being able to win games without Trae Young being 30 and 10 Trae Young. I can't fathom them doing that. But the fact that I saw it, and in a young team to go well against the Warriors without their best player, that's enough for me, I'm afraid.
Yeah, okay. Fair enough. I disagree completely, but whatever. 13 for you.
James Harden that we just mentioned, his start at the Philadelphia was incredible. How seamlessly he rolled in. I'm really, really hoping he can get back to being a good running mate for Joel Embiid, because I feel like those two have incredible potential. The hamstring obviously has not been the best for him, but he's still, to me, an all-star level player at this moment in time. So 13, James Harden.
Yeah, absolutely. 13 for me, a guy that was taken 13th pick in the draft some years back, who's now turned into an absolute steal, Devin Booker. So, to me, I think he was recently ranked on a Hoops Hype article as the best shooting guard in the league, which I think is fair if you're taking guys like Luka and Harden, who have once been seen as shooting guards, out of that mix. We've got to remember, Devin Booker was 4th in MVP voting last season. He really improved his defense and playmaking. He shot a career high from 3. He averaged career highs in points, rebounds, steals, blocks, everything across the board. He's still only 25, on the way up. Could be a dark horse for MVP next season if the Suns are again got the best record in the league or nearabouts. So 13 for me, Devin Booker. 12 for you?
12 is a guy. Now listen to your argument. Maybe I've gone a little too high. I've got Cat as number 12 on this list.
I don't like that.
The regular season player, obviously, he put massive numbers, but like that, the outside shooting and the skill set for a guy his size, and I'm just more. It's more a talent thing for Karl Towns, and I'm really hoping. Anthony, he's fine with being that number 2 spot, because obviously it's Anthony Edwards' team now, and I hope that less pressure on him can get him to be a bit more mature. I think the jokes on Twitter catch up to him, and he focuses.
Okay, so let me just question that for a second. So you're saying it's Anthony Edwards' team. You've got Cat at 12. Does this mean you've got Ant in your top 11?
I don't even have Ant on my list yet. I don't want to go too hard on the list. I don't want to too early on you guys. I know Anthony Evans is going to be an amazing player, but unfortunately I've seen regression in the second year after a big hype, so no, not yet.
No, I've seen enough to say that Ant is the best player in the T-Wolves. He's above Cat and he's above Gobert, and you've got him 3rd. But whatever, that's fine. We're up to 12, aren't we? Where I had Paul George, who you had later on. So only 31 games last season, but I just put such an emphasis on both ends of the floor. And you just spoke about someone like Cat. To me, he just plays, one side of the floor. So does someone like Trey Young. So does Harden. So that's why I've got, if I had to start a playoff run tomorrow, Paul George and the impact that he can have on both ends of the floor, I've got him at 12. 11 for you?
Guy just literally just mentioned Devin Booker, the development in there. I'm thinking back to that patch when Chris Paul went down and the Suns just kept it moving, to be honest, even the playmaking. And the fact that he be fourth in MVP at such a young age is why I think he has a very, I was going to say bright future, but it's too corny of a thing. Phoenix Suns, bright future. But Devin Booker at 11 for me.
I see what you did there. 11 for me is your man, Jimmy Butler. So, look, a bit of a disappointing Game 7, I guess. Obviously the decision to take the 3 at the end of the game. But the fact he even got them to that point, again, we're talking about starting a playoff run tomorrow. Jimmy Butler has to be respected, given that he's almost single-handedly, I know I've put Bam on this list as 22 as well, but he's almost single-handedly got them to the conference finals and the NBA finals in 2 of the last 3 years. I just think that has to be respected.